afternoon, Professor Erickson. My name is Kimberly Adams, and today I'll be presenting my research paper PowerPoint outline of the question discussed in Module 5. The question I chose to write about was that of which asked, in a nation that is based on the sanctity of individual liberty and personal freedom, should the government have the right to outlaw gambling, cursing, drug use, prostitution, motorcycling without a helmet, or selling or drinking alcohol on a Sunday? Now, before I move on to the body of my outline, I wanted to go over these bullet points, as I think it's important to have a good understanding of what they mean before talking more in detail about them. The social contract theory states that morality consists in the set of rules governing behavior that rational people would accept, on the condition that others accept them as well. Liberty. Liberty is a state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's behavior of political views. Freedom. Freedom is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants to. Here are the two social theorists I decided to write about. In the left-hand side picture, we have Thomas Hobbes. Hobbes believed that the state of nature created anarchy, and with no government, human nature will bring us severe conflict. He argued that we seek felicity, continual success in achieving the objects of desire. On the right-hand side, we have John Locke, the picture to the right. Locke believed that we as individuals were free and equal as a result of social contract theory. He believed we should not have to subordinate to another person, that because we are all equal, why have authority? If we're equal, an authority would mean that they have more rights or more experience than we would, and that wouldn't be equality. He believed every individual had a moral claim about their individual rights. Looking at all the information and perspectives of the two theorists, I decided Hobbes was the better fit. Why is Hobbes the better fit? Hobbes really looks at life with a deeper mindset and looks at the principle of equality as a claim about mental and physical capabilities. Desire is our natural instinctive need. For these kinds of situations, such as prostitution, gambling, riding a motorcycle without a helmet, cursing, doing drugs, which I forgot to label here, or also drinking or selling alcohol on Sundays, it makes sense that as individuals without a higher authority or government to tell us our guidelines, it will be naturally instinctive to take advantage of them. Without that rule, chaos will uproar. I also included a picture, curiosity is the lust of the mind, because it reminded me of our natural human behavior. Hobbes understands that when given a little liberty, it can turn into a disaster. And we need that order. We need someone to tell us, those guidelines and where to draw the line. Here I have a little quote. Every man has a property in his own person. This nobody has a right to but himself. John Locke. His perspective was moral claim for individual rights. John Locke, in my opinion, had a more selfish outlook in a way that wouldn't accommodate the needs of this particular situation. Hobbes had a better way or solution than Locke. Allowing others to decide order for each other just doesn't make sense. In conclusion to my paper, I chose that Hobbes had a better solution and perspective. His values created a better system for sufficiency. Government creates order, and order creates happiness and peace. That's exactly what we need for a community. Locke's ideas will only create a chaos and hate. the idea of giving the reins to, each other individual and, allowing them to create justice for each other. Well, I hope you enjoyed my PowerPoint presentation outline. Here concludes to my resources. I have 3 resources here. I used 2 internet resources and 1 being my book, Our Introduction to Political Philosophy. And I really hope that you had a good idea of what I decided to write about and who I chose and all the information about the 2 social theorists. So thank you, and I hope you have a good afternoon.